Ladies and gentlemen, this is my eldest daughter. I call her by pretty me, Debra Levon Owensby. You know, let me talk to you a while. I'm so happy that you called and you're always praying, and I thank God for the miracles that He's working. I often think about when Akira was born. You asked me, you said, Dad, I want you there. I felt so nervous, yet I felt honored to see my first granddaughter is born. What would you say to daughters concerning their fathers? I'm dealing with unconditional love tonight, and it's something you called in. What would you have to say, unconditional love with fathers and daughters?
It's very important to keep an open relationship with your father first, because there is no better love first that enters into your life but your father, because he knows what's best for you. When you're a little child, he sees already ahead of your life as far as your future. So we never want to think that we can outgrow or outlearn our fathers. It's just best to always keep an open, honest relationship with your father. You'll learn a lot more. You know, I say your first date is your father. Your first respect is what you get from your father, because then when you get married, you'll learn how to respect and honor your husband. Just everything starts from your father, and just to always try to be just more understanding and try to do the best that you can. Don't always think you know it all, because that's what I've done, and I've bumped heads because I'm not trying to follow under his lead. I always try to do my own thing, and sometimes you learn the hard way. So unconditional love really starts at home with your dad. Mothers, you guys do an awesome, great job, but sometimes that strong structure comes from the leader. So it's always best to shut up sometimes, be quiet, and listen to your dad. You'll go a long way. It'll take you a long way.
You know, you always surprises me. I didn't expect this call, and from time to time you call in and you're always praying, and I thank God for you and all of my children. I'm telling you, so special. Rodrick Jr. and Irvin the second, he's in heaven, and Jasmine, and you, and our baby boy Elisha. And then we have two strong girls, Akira and Ari. Jasmine, baby, is Ari, and yours is Akira. Now, Debra, there are a lot of young women that listen to the broadcast, and I'll tell you, this is my oldest daughter. I promise you, talking to her is like talking to me. And she'll share some things with you that she's been through. She's had some strong trials, but God always bring her through. I call her pretty me, and you are anointed to see. What would you say to young women? Talk to preachers' daughters. Go ahead.
It comes with challenges when you are a part of a strong foundation. When your father is a minister and a prophet, an apostle, all put together. Certain things that we think that we could get away with, it actually is open to the world. So you can never think that you could do stuff and get away with it or get caught or think that you won't get caught. Ever since I was a little child, I did things out of the ordinary, and it was very strange. You know, I would cut up stuff and wouldn't even cut my hands, and I would like to feed my dad fruit, and I would run his bath water. I would do stuff like you would think that I was about 15. I was already set to have a mature mind because of the bloodstream that I come from. So I don't have a lot of my mother ways. I might have maybe 2 or 3 of her ways, but majority of my ways come from my father. It's very strong. That's why preacher daughters get looked down. They get talked about. They might say, oh, she thinks she all that. You might see the glamour of our appearance, but the inside you will never understand, especially when you don't have the right connection with God. because the more you are drawn and the more you seek and pray and have that strong relationship with him first, more trials and tribulations come your way. It never gets easy. It gets more harder. But that's when you keep going. You never stop. There's never an end to want to get closer and closer to God. So I'm just strong, just like my dad. And sometimes he says, calm down. Sometimes it's all right to be a lady. My dad always says, you are a lady first. You don't have to be hard. That's what man jobs are. And sometimes we go through a lot in life, and sometimes we want to take that man role, but we're not man women. We are feminine. We're ladies. So we need to stay in a woman's place and play that role as being a lady and not trying to take a man's spot. When you do that, you see yourself being alone. Some of us ladies, we want to have so much mouth. We want to talk back. We want to do this and do that. And then you want to ask God in your bedroom or talk to another female. How come God ain't blessed me with a man yet? Well, you got to look at yourself first. Do a man want to put up with a nonsense woman or a disobedient woman or a woman that ain't give me the time to speak without her trying to overspeak me? It's one woman and it's one man. You got to know your part and your place. And that's why some guys prefer to be alone until God sends that right person along, because some women are completely jacked up and don't know minister or prophet or whatever you call yourself to be, or what title you have, want a disobedient wife, especially for a first lady. So it all boils down to this, we just have to know our place. And like I say, having a father for a preacher is never easy, but I'm learning as I go. And I know that I'm not alone. I know I have a strong father in front of me, then he's also in back of me, and then he's also inside of me, to where I know I won't fall too behind, because I know my father has my back. And how my father is having my back because my father's trusting God to have his, and then God is trusting him as well, you see. So
wow.
That's it.
You kind of got me here, tearing up here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so super blessed. You're listening to Prophecy Alive, and tonight the Lord put in my spirit unconditional love. And what a surprise. My eldest daughter, Debra LaVon Owensby, called in, and she is sharing from the heart of an oldest daughter to the world. And Debra, I thank God for you, and I thank God for how you have always, you are my challenge. Dad is working on his books, and it's going to be something powerful. Anything else you'd like to say, sweetheart?
I just once again, I thank God for what he is doing into my whole family's life, my whole generation's life, and so on. I'm grateful. And then another thing,
go ahead.
Dad, you were mentioning about the labor, and when I was carrying my daughter, your first granddaughter, I tell you, world, all the nations, I don't believe that I would have made it through if it wasn't for my father being in that labor room with me. I knew that he had to be there because it was a lot of challenges, things that's going on. You ladies out there that have baby daddies and things like that, I really don't like using baby daddies. But the father to your child, if he's not there to support you, don't never give up. Don't worry about it. You weren't a bad person from the get-go, and don't even say out of your mouth again, it was a mistake. Things happen. That child came out of your womb. That was the first blessing. And the second blessing, that it didn't take you out of here. It should make you strong. It should build you up to have more self-esteem, because now you got another person that's going to show you the love that he never showed you. So don't never, ever give up. But my dad had to be there, because if he wasn't, I would have not been here. Blood pressure was sky high. Yes. I was shaking everything. And sometimes you ladies, you can have the wrong person in there. You say, I want my BFF in the room, or I want my associates. No, that's the wrong set of mind to have. You need somebody in that delivery room that's going to be very spiritual, that's going to pray you out of that, because when you're stressed out, that could take you out. So always have someone that is always. So I just thank God for my dad, and you ladies who don't have a relationship with your father. He might be gone, or what could happen with, we're not going to think negative, but still love him no matter what situation. Never forget or nothing like that. But, forgiveness is better than holding things back. Always forgive and let God. Always. So that's it.
Oh, my God. Thank you, people. You're listening to Debra Levon Owensby. She's my oldest daughter, a.k.a. Pretty Me. And I thank God for her, Akira, and Jasmine, our baby girl. I call her Jasmatic. Her baby is Ari, and Rodrick Jr., anointed, my eldest son. And Irvin II is in heaven. And our baby boy, the Prince, with me and Katrina, Elisha, and Deborah, he preached his first message out of the book of Revelation. He's just 12. That's awesome, isn't it? Thank you so much. I love you. And we're going to do this again, okay?
Yes, dear. No problem.
God bless you. Love you, baby.
I love you, too.
Sit down, low.